The sea was on fire. Ships burned under the golden sun, and the smell of smoke filled the air. Waves crashed against broken wood, and screams echoed across the water. In the middle of the chaos stood a woman, her armor shining, her eyes calm. She gave a short command, and her ships moved like shadows through the enemy line. Her name was Artemisia, and on that day she changed the course of a war. Welcome to Tales Left Behind. If you love true stories of forgotten heroes and untold moments in history, make sure to like and subscribe. Every story here brings the past back to life. She was born around 480 BC in Halicarnassus, a city by the Blue Sea, where traders and soldiers shared stories of empires and gods. Her father was Persian, her mother Greek, and her world was caught between two cultures. From her earliest days, Artemisia listened to tales of battles and heroes. But unlike most girls of her time, she did not dream of dresses or songs. She dreamed of the sea. When other children ran through the streets, she watched the waves crash against the rocks. She learned the wind, the tide, the voice of storms. People said she was strange, too quiet, too bold. But she did not care. She wanted freedom, the kind only the sea could give. As she grew older, her father taught her about ships, maps, and war. He told her, "A ruler must know how to command both men and waves." She listened, learned, and never forgot. When her father died in battle, Artemisia took his place not in the house, but in the council. The men laughed at first. They said, "A woman cannot lead soldiers." But when pirates attacked the coast, Artemisia led the defense herself. Her ship struck fast and hard. The pirates fled, leaving their dead behind. From that day, no one in Halicarnassus dared to doubt her again. Years later, when King Darius of Persia died, his son Xerxes became the ruler of the empire. He prepared for a massive invasion of Greece. Nations from across Asia sent their ships and soldiers to join his army. Among them came Artemisia, the queen of Halicarnassus, with 5 powerful warships and the heart of a lion. While other rulers sought glory, she came for loyalty. She said to Xerxes, "My men and I will fight for Persia, not for reward, but for honor." The king was impressed. He placed her among his top commanders, the only woman among hundreds of generals. Before the Great Battle of Salamis, Xerxes gathered his war council. All the men said, "Attack! Crush them on the sea." But Artemisia shook her head. She said, "No, my king. The Greeks know these waters better than we do. Let them come to us instead." Her voice was calm but strong. Some men mocked her. But Xerxes listened. Still, pride ruled his heart. He chose to attack. When the battle began, the Persians were trapped in narrow waters. Greek ships rammed them from every side. The sea turned red. Amid the chaos, Artemisia's ship found itself surrounded. Without fear, she gave a daring order. She attacked one of her own allied ships to confuse the Greeks. They thought she was one of them and turned away. Xerxes watched from a hill and believed she had destroyed an enemy. He said, "My men have become women, and my women have become men." It was both insult and admiration, and history remembered those words. After the battle, Persia lost, but Artemisia's name grew even greater. She returned to Xerxes' tent. He said, "You were right. I should have listened." She bowed and replied, "A ruler who learns from loss becomes stronger." Her wisdom impressed him more than victory ever could. When she returned to Halicarnassus, her people greeted her as a hero. She ruled with fairness and intelligence. She built schools, repaired ships, and turned her city into a center of trade and art. She often walked by the harbor, watching the waves that had been both her battlefield and her home. But even as the years passed, she never lost her fire. Soldiers said she still trained with them, still planned defenses, still dreamed of the open sea. Some said Xerxes called for her again, to advise him after his defeats in Greece. Others said she went to command secret missions in the Aegean. No one truly knows. What we do know is that Artemisia lived as few women ever did in a world ruled by men. She made her own throne. As age touched her hair with silver, she grew quieter but no less proud. In her last years, she sat by the water every evening, watching the ships return to port. She would whisper, "The sea never forgets." One morning, her servants found her there, her face calm, eyes open, the waves touching her feet. They said she had gone to join the ocean she loved. Centuries passed. The empires of men rose and fell. Halicarnassus turned to ruins, but her story survived. Her courage became legend, her name a symbol of strength and intelligence. Even her enemies in Greece wrote of her with respect. They said she was fierce, clever, and brave beyond any man. Today, when the wind blows across the Aegean Sea, it carries her memory. Some say you can almost hear her voice whispering above the waves. Not as a conqueror, not as a queen, but as a soul forever bound to the sea. History remembers the kings who ruled the land, but it also remembers the woman who ruled the waters. Thank you for watching Tales Left Behind. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and stay with us for more forgotten stories of history.